Welcome back to another episode of the Talk of Fashion with your favorite fashion journalist, Michele Zeni. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the Super Bowl, as you probably imagined from my Turkey language. And we're going to talk about all the looks that the performers wore on the stage of the Super Bowl this year. Both Shakira and JLo wore 3 different looks. They were not completely different, especially, well, there were kind of 2 actually. So there were 2 looks for both of them. One of each was kind of like transforming, so it was changing from one to another. It was not a big change, but it was kind of like, just to make it look like there were 3 looks. It was very nice to see that it was about celebration of the Latin America culture. They were all from South America and they brought their expertise, their knowledge, their artistry to the stage in America because they wanted to challenge a message of inclusivity and just to be like, hey, we're all the same, we're all here, let's have a good night, this is what it's all about. Anyways, without carrying on talking, we are just gonna break down the first 3 looks that Shakira wore. She decided to wear Peter Dundas as designer. He designed the costumes that she wore that night, and there were 2 looks. The first one was like a red look inspired by, the designer said that he was inspired by the sex appeal that the singer has and all this kind of like inflammable kind of energy that she, pull out when she performs. The first look was this cropped bustier top with crossbody strapped, then revealed into a fringe skirt. Then the second look was this Art Deco top embellished with all these crystals, and the skirt with feathers and all these beads.
Really wild, a little bit banshee I think as well, like this mix of like blood red fringes and leather and beads and all that. And the fringes have Swarovski crystals on them.
So let's say something. Swarovski, basically, I don't know how much money they put into these costumes, because beside who designed what, they literally embellished everything, starting from all the costumes around, all the accessories, all the the extra performers. So there were a lot of going on, darlings, a lot. Both these red looks were paired with boots and cuffs that were made from these artists called Dan Life.
What's up guys, I'm Dan Life and I made Shakira's shoes for her performance here at the Super Bowl. 30,000 crystals and took 10 full days to set these bad boys.
The final look Shakira wore was this old gold statement, kind of champion look. It was this kind of like bomber jacket in gold, and then it had a sort of a golden crop top with that looks like it's in paillette, and it has a sort of an S monogrammed. I think it was kind of like standing for Shakira, obviously. And then it has some high-waisted pants, and then of course again embroidered with this kind of like Art Deco feelings. And then the shoes, which in my opinion should have been heels, or at least have a look. JLo is wearing heels, why Shakira not? I understand money, I understand, collaboration, I understand everything. But hey, I don't know, try a wedge, try something just to make it be like, more that you... Not that she doesn't make an effort, but, that you make a bigger effort. Like, JLo was on heels, and it's like, yes, it's 10 minutes, whatever it was. So, I don't think you can die. I mean, you don't have to have gigantic stilettos, but I don't know, like a 10 centimeters girl. But anyways, whatever. So they kind of did this collaboration with Adidas, Dundas and Adidas. Adidas and Peter Dundas did this collaboration for the shoes, and then of course they used the Swarovski just to embellish them. And that was the last look. I'm going to read what Pete Dundas said about the inspiration of this collection. He said, "The looks were inspired by Shakira herself and her music. I wanted to show her strength, her raw sexuality, her physical, almost athletic dance performance, and synchronize it with our brand codes." Set 1 is all red Swarovski crystal, separates symbolizing fire and animal passion. Set 2 is gold for celebration and the kind of champions that Shakira is. We kind of get that. That's kind of like the inspiration of the two, designs, and we can get that. It's kind of obvious. It's kind of like, this kind of idea of who the performer is definitely represented and well represented through Dundas' garments. He also said that doing the Super Bowl halftime show with Shakira is a dream come true for us, so for his company. And then she is a true perfectionist that knows her body and what is needed for her performances. So congrats Shakira, because you know what you're wearing and you know how to wear it and you know how to make people dress you up. Now we're going to talk about JLo and what she was wearing for the performance. Of course she was wearing all Versace's because she probably has a contract with a brand. I'm really here for that because Versace is stepping up its pussy like badly. They're really trying hard to make everything work as much as they can, and they're doing it flawlessly, in my opinion. Anyways, let's break down the looks. The first one is this kind of like leather jacket bodysuit that of course it started as a leather jacket and it was embellished of course with crystals and and it had this kind of pink satin skirt that has all the chains around as a belt, and then the bike is kind of revealed into the bodysuit that of course had these leaves, and the legs were all embellished with crystals and kind of Medusa accents. The second look is this kind of nude illusion bodysuit in a very RuPaulish kind of way, and it was embroidered. I don't know, I guess it looks like tulle. I think probably is tulle, and it was embroidered in kind of like this mosaic pattern. Of course, it was enriched with Swarovski, as you can see, different materials, and everything was kind of like to reflect the lights. Versace on its Insta profile said that it took more than 700 hours of work to complete, which is insane. But anyways, going back to the look, we can see that's kind of paired with matching ankle boots and gloves, just to create this kind of like, Billie Jean moment. Let's jump into the third look. The third look is kind of like not as a big transformation because it's the same bodysuit from look number 2. She just put on, this kind of like white and silver, I don't know, metallic fringe body, and of course she had this gigantic Cape flag that was made out of ostrich feather, as you can see. It's nice because on two sides is representing one the USA flag, so the United States of America's flag, and on the other one is representing Puerto Rico. So she's kind of like challenging this idea of inclusivity and kind of equal idea of who we are as humans and perhaps human rights, or maybe it's just me going towards that direction, but I pretty much believe it's that. And also it has been said from the brand that all the feathers has been sourced ethically. What the brand said about collaborating with JLo is that she represents the values of the brand: confidence, individuality and female empowerment. And JLo embodies all of these values that Versace stands for. Also on the stage we have seen other two artists that took part of the performance. The two artists that were performing with JLo and Shakira were Bad Bunny and J Balvin. Kind of sound the same to me. And Bad Bunny performed with Shakira wearing a head to toe silver look, so it was wearing these kind of headband. He decorated his face with crystals on his cheeks. He put some on his nails, as probably you saw on his Instagram. And then the look itself was this kind of like big leather silver coat that was embellished on the back with this kind of like crystals in the shape of a skull, and it was like embellished kind of also on the trims. The other performer that performed with JLo is the record artist J Balvin. He was wearing this kind of like pedestrian look, and it was very much not what you kind of expect from somebody at the Super Bowl. So he was wearing this kind of black sweater, yeah, with a flower print in the rainbow colors. And yeah, as you probably know, and if you don't, now you do, the print is made from the Japanese artist Takashi Murakami. He's really famous because he has collaborated with brands like Vuitton back in the days. So, you know, I would have expected something a bit more fashionable, but I do get that. Actually, I don't. And then he also was wearing this pair of Air Jordan 1 from his new collaboration with a brand that, you know, is owned by Nike. Yeah, on a general level, he was looking quite pedestrian compared to his colleague, Bad Bunny. So if I have to compare the two, I would definitely say, okay, Bad Bunny definitely went, when he went for it, he was like, okay, I'm going to the Super Bowl, I'm going to perform, I'm going to give you a look. The other guy, J Balvin, was like, yes, I'm gonna bring it, I'm gonna bring the very much, you know, I'm gonna bring the swag, I'm gonna bring that trap, that kind of idea, but I don't know, it didn't really translate very well in my opinion. So guys, thank you for watching the video, and remember to subscribe to the channel and comment to let me know what you think about it, as well as if there's something you would have liked me to talk about. And I guess that's all, and I'll see you next week here at the Talk of Fashion. Bye, sweets.